God's revelation to the Hebrews, an overview. I will be narrating for Gino DiCaprio, who is also known as David Shimshon. I do not know why God chooses to show himself to some people and not others. The only time that God has shown himself to a large number of people was on Mount Sinai, alongside Moses. Those who were with Moses on Mount Sinai understood how important it was to the descendants of the original Hebrews to pass down their history, keep their traditions, and add to the Torah's history and events. It will grow in the near future, and they may include the Holocaust in the Torah or Midrash, since the world will continue to try to eradicate the descendants of the Hebrews. Yes, they will try, because that is all man can do against God's chosen people. Remember that God's people were not defined by the color of their skin but by keeping God's 613 commandments, which they kept passing down to their family through written scrolls and also verbally in case the written scrolls were taken away or destroyed. Yes, this includes many Hebrews who were scattered after the fall of the Second Temple and were taken and enslaved in the Americas from what we now call the African continent. Those who have maintained their Jewish faith have done so because it was passed down to them or because they felt it in their soul. They are descended from the original Hebrew bloodline. What I'm saying may not be what many people feel or agree with, but it's the message I received and am attempting to interpret in my human capacity. In the end, you all have to choose individually, according to your own understanding. Okay, now that I've cleared that up, let me summarize it. God's revelation to some people and not others is a mystery that is not fully understood by everyone. One notable instance of God revealing himself to a large number of people was on Mount Sinai, where he appeared to Moses and the Hebrews. The revelation on Mount Sinai was significant for the descendants of the Hebrews, as it allowed them to preserve their history, traditions, and faith, and to add to the written record of their religion, the Torah. It is expected that the Torah will continue to grow and may even include reference to the Holocaust, as the world may try to erase the history and traditions of the Hebrews, who are considered God's chosen people not because of their skin color but because they have maintained their faith by following God's 613 commandments and passing them down through the generations. Many Hebrews, including those who were taken from Africa and enslaved in the Americas, have maintained their faith despite persecution, either by keeping it alive through oral traditions or by feeling a deep connection to their spiritual heritage. Ultimately, it is up to each individual to decide for themselves what they believe about God and how they will interpret and understand their faith. Your dedication to finishing this video puts you in the esteemed group of 1% who see things through to the end. If you found the content helpful, please consider following and sharing our valuable information with your friends. Your support is always appreciated, and we welcome your continued participation if you'd like to learn more.